Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This week I just wanted to do a quick overview of my song Cruzado here, so we're going to play it real quick, and then I will say I do plan to get back to like the subject-based, so looking at the camera, those kind of videos. I've got something coming up next week, so we're going to do that. I have spent some time trying to decide if it was time to end this project because I was feeling some anxiety and that kind of thing, but after getting some spiritual guidance and praying about it, I think I'm going to continue, and I'm really excited to continue, actually. So, yeah, so let's get back into it. I will say, first of all, I named this song Cruzado because I wanted to look up what the word crusader was in Spanish, just for the vibes. Apparently I got it wrong. I've got a friend who actually speaks Spanish, and I should have asked him and not Google Translate. So apparently cruzado means crossed, as in the past tense of cross in Spanish. And if I had wanted to say crusader, I should have said crusada, with an S and an A instead of a Z and an O. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Now the vibes are crossed. So I'm just going to play the song, and then we can look through some of these synthesizers. Yeah, so that's the song. Obviously, if you watched my last video breaking down Joining Joseph, the movie score type song, you'll know that I'm like super into MIDI because it's real easy. It's real easy to mix. It's real easy to get real granular with. I like it way better than real instruments when I'm in the mood just to have some fun, to make some fun music, you know? So this just feels like Minecraft. It feels like I'm building a world and having some fun doing it. So, you know, if I want to dive into like a different style or get more serious about songwriting once again, I would bring out the old guitar and start doing audio recordings again. But right now, I'm just trying to have some fun and not trying to put any pressure on myself, because that I did for a long time. So, just a few basic observations here. At first, I really like this instrument, Arctic Sun, because it reminds me of you know, Adam Young used it. I've heard it in Minecraft. it's a instrument ubiquitous with you know, the modern generation. So I think it sounds so good. It's really like mystical. So yeah, it's real good. I've never heard it modulated, so let's see what that sounds like. Oh, that's not good. Okay, anyway, there's that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that. If you'll notice that this isn't looped, technically speaking. I mean, it is, but I cut it and repasted it every time, and the reason was that, I'm going to show you here, it's quantized how I like it, like the timing is perfect, but over time I believe it started to drift a little bit. Actually, that's not really the case here. I think I did deal with that in the beginning. Everything is perfectly matched right now, though, so I don't know, maybe I was being a spaz, but I'm pretty sure I had some quantization issues in the very beginning. So yeah, anyway, sometimes some of these are looped, such as the strings here, such as the 80s synth brass here. That's looped. So yeah, this was really a song based on loops and building up, and then you get the climax over here, all this. So yeah, lots of fun. Now when we get here, I had to double the melody line or the riff because I couldn't hear it. So that's just this 16mm dream sequence. It's based on a real synth. Very bell-like. It's got built-in reverb, which I really like. So without it in the mix, everything together sounds like this. Kind of hear the melody, but it's just not loud. It almost gets buried among all of these fun things going on, like the brass here. Ah, that's such a fun sound. So all together with this dream sequence, you can hear it. Honestly, you almost don't notice that there's another instrument mixed in with it as well. So if I back up here. I just think it blends in so well together, to be honest. See, it even sounds like one instrument when I'm playing it like that. So it was great to find these two instruments to use together: Antarctic Sun and this dream sequence here. So there's that. And then, as you'll notice, I did the thing which I love doing, which is adding an arpeggiator, which, you know, comes in way earlier, but I did want to highlight it because I just found this in the sound library, right? It's right there. Hold on. It's right there, but it's like a series. It's like two different sounds put together, paired together, and then built-in delay. So I don't know why it's like that, but it's pretty cool. Another thing I wanted to talk about were the drums. I know I have friends who like I have known people in the past who do like trap music and vaporwave and all that stuff, and they'll spend all day finding the right samples and building their beat from scratch and everything, and I respect that a lot. I also am not very good at drums myself, and I also don't want to spend all day doing that, to be quite honest. So just playing around with these like AI drummers that are built into Logic Pro, I think is perfectly respectable, and it leads to some great results. There's also plenty of customization options here, as you probably know, with all this stuff, but even more than this, chopping it up and doing something like I did over here. Waiting till it generates something specific that you like, such as the claps over here. I really like. It did that, and I was like, oh, I gotta work to keep that. So that I did, and so yeah, you can get some really fun opportunities doing that. Now, if you'll notice here at the end, I've got the back and forth with the percussive sound, and then the big dance beat sound. Now, it sounds like it's going back and forth, right? But the dance beat is actually taking place underneath the whole thing. So it gives a back and forth kind of feel. I guess if you're paying attention, you recognize that it's not actually back and forth, but it gives that feeling. And the reason I wanted to keep in the dance beat the whole time is because if I took it out, such as like this, it loses so much because that percussion. Hold on, I want to get there we go. Because that percussion doesn't have any bass qualities to it. It's pretty thin, which any percussion will be. There's nothing wrong with that inherently, but it didn't match the vibe. So I wanted to keep this in the whole time. And then to get this kind of reverb, it's actually delay and reverb thing at the end. I could have done a lot of work doing automations and adding it through here. And then trying to keep it consistent until the very end, or I could have just, which is what I did, create a duplicate track here, drag down the portion I want to echo, and did it that way. So that was way easier than doing it the more producery way. So yeah, and I'm not a bit stressed about it. I just sliced this off at the very end, as you'll see here, and the AI didn't change it much because it is at the very end of this beat over here. So yeah, I think it works really well. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was this delightful sound. It's like a 70s kind of sound, this faded keys. I'll play a little bit of it. And so on and so forth. So if you're looking at it, you'll see that these, sorry about my squeaky chair, by the way, I'm just trying to get comfortable. You'll see that these notes are not really tuned for velocity. They're all just kind of like whatever I hit it at, and I don't think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary to do anything there because this is just the loud part of the song. So, and then as you'll see, also I did this manually. I just felt it in my head and kind of played it. Whoops, wrong button. I hope there's no personal data on here. Anyway, here we go. Where's my sound? Oh, I'm up here. Okay. So we're in E. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm not really doing so hot right now. Here we go. So yeah. Well, I was gonna demonstrate it, but it's been a minute and I don't have my MIDI controller plugged in. There we go. I can't get to that B. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, I quantized the wazoo out of it because I wanted it to sound kind of arpeggi-ish, but it wasn't arpeggi-ish, so I'm proud of that. Here it is one more time, just to show off. Listening to it back, I can definitely hear these kind of... Where was it? Yeah, I can hear the loss in intensity of like this note compared to this note. Oh, and that one. Even though, look at that, it's only like 14... what am I saying? It's only a few velocity points lower. Yeah, anyway, it didn't matter. In the mix, it sounds fantastic. So yeah, that's really the song. I don't know if there's anything else we really want to look at. I love these. I think adding the synth brass to the strings here worked really well, especially when it's like a more realistic string MIDI with a less realistic brass MIDI, because this one emulates an 80s synthesizer. It's so rich, oh my word. And then here's just by themselves. Yeah, I played that earlier. And then this one. And then together, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I love Logic MIDIs, they're great. Alright, so yeah, that's about everything. I thought the percussion here worked really well. Yeah, just building and building. Adding that delightful synthesizer. And then taking away to create the space for the big entrance, right? So a lot of this does have to do with like an awareness of storytelling, and that's something I'm finding more and more often in my music, is that it's really a drive for storytelling. So yeah, what is this story saying? I thought it was fun. Like I said, I was getting a lot of outer space visuals because of that Phineas and Ferb song, Queen of Mars, where Candace goes to Mars and becomes the Queen of Mars. It's great. So yeah, that was kind of the aesthetic starting point, and then I was like, yeah, but the church has cool aesthetics too, so I made it about the Crusades, which are awesome. All right, and then one more time just for fun, here's the big entry. Next week, like I said, you should see my face. I'm growing my hair out, so fair warning. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.